Hey guys, Brother Tim here again. I just felt like I needed to make another little video message today. I'm out here at the Brush Arbor, um, and last night it rained, and we moved it down to the Johnson Schoolhouse down the road, which is really nice of Olin Tate and those guys to allow us to do that. It was a huge blessing. It was timely. Um, anyway, it's a great thing, the door that's been open there, to be able to do that if we need to, you know. And so anyway, we're in their debt. Very thankful for that. Thankful for those that's prayed, because that was a decision that I was not planning on, that just came to me at the end of the workday yesterday. And so anyway, thankful for the Lord. Thankful for the people that's prayed. I was out here praying at the Brush Arbor just now. We've got the pews all tarped up here behind me, you can see. And I was out here praying about tonight's message. And I won't tell you what that's going to be about, but I will tell you at the end a thought that came to my heart and to my mind. I just want to remind you of an old song. Sometimes we hear those old songs, those of you that's been around for a little while, and they just become kind of numbing to us, maybe. We just get used to them, you know. Our old heart gets calloused sometimes, and it doesn't mean as much to us as what it used to. But I thought of this song as I was getting up from the altar, getting ready to get up. And here are the words: I'd rather have Jesus than silver or gold. I'd rather have him than have riches untold. I don't want to make anyone feel guilty. It's not just me with this Brush Arbor. When I pastored, and I know other pastors, and maybe all of us have experienced this when we've invited a friend or a loved one to church and they didn't come. We think, why didn't they? Why wouldn't they come? And you can't always. Sometimes there's things coming up. Talked to a good man that was going to come last night, or maybe it was just come Friday. I can't even remember, but it was his daughter's graduation stuff, getting ready, to graduate high school. I mean, that's important. That's big stuff, And our kids matter, and God gave us a divine job there, to rule our families in love as men, and for as mothers to be maybe the center of the love in the home. So that's so important, and I'm saying that to say we can't always come to everything that's going on, but I am saying also with that, sometimes we don't come to that Wednesday night church service, or that Brush Arbor meeting, or that Sunday night prayer meeting, and there's not a sweet way to say it except just to come out and say it. I don't want to sound cruel or like a jerk, but the truth is the truth. Because we don't love him more than silver or gold. Because we can't honestly say we would rather have Jesus than X, Y, or Z. If we would rather have him, we'd put a lot of things down. I said this in a video message a while back. I love basketball, but don't have practice or games or whatever on Wednesday night, because we go to church on Wednesday nights. It's not going to work, And I'm not being pompous. I would be willing to sacrifice my children being mad at me for missing a practice or a game. I'd be willing to sacrifice a lot of things to put them first. And it took me a lot of years to come to that place. So I'm not trying to be critical of you, if this is dealing with you as you hear this. I'm saying I've been there. Friend, my prayer is that you can come to an altar of prayer yourself, be able to get up and say, I'd rather have Jesus. Man, I'd rather have him than silver or gold. The song goes on to talk about the men's applause. Oh my goodness, we would rather make people happy than make the Lord happy so much of the time, and it's wrong. And it's not something we can just correct. It's something that only can come through a relationship. The old song says, just a closer walk with thee. Because the more you get to know Jesus, the more you get to understand who this man that died on the cross for us really is, and what the depths of the love of God toward us, the more you start going, man, I want to sacrifice. I will give up some things, some of these worldly things that are just going to pass away. They're going to be gone in the blink of an eye. One of these days, we're going to wake up. Things are never going to be the same again, friend. That day is rapidly approaching. And whether it's some great earthquake or whether it's another pandemic, a sickness that comes along, whether it's nuclear war, no matter what comes around the corner, when that day of judgment comes, and it will come, my heart's desire is to finish well, and by that I mean to be in a place where in that moment I can with confidence go before the throne of God and say, I'd rather have Jesus. And that doesn't come in an instant. And it doesn't take works of the law. But what it does take is working on my relationship with the one who loved me first. His name is Jesus. Before the foundations of the earth, he, and I don't mean this in a cliche way, he really had a plan for you, for me. And his plans for us are good if we would just allow him. He's a gentleman. I say that regularly. He's a gentleman. He's not going to force himself on us. But if we would just allow him to come in. Friend, I'm making this promise on the Word of God, on the authority of the Word of God. He will come in. He will give you a life worth living, an abundant life. He will change you for the better. He'll bring you into the fold as you are, and he'll love you enough to not leave you that way. He'll give you a new heart and a new mind and a new spirit. And nothing will ever be the same again. That's who Jesus is. That's what Christianity really is. Friend, I encourage you. We're having tonight, again, at Johnson Schoolhouse. It's last minute. Most of you wanting to see this before it happens. But Johnson Schoolhouse out here in Hilda, Missouri. It's easy. It's right off Highway 160. 7 o'clock. Oh, well, if I'd have known earlier, well, whatever. You have a decision. I'm not trying to make you feel, if you don't come, I won't think less of one person that doesn't come tonight. But I will tell you, if you're the one person that sees this message beforehand, the Lord was there last night. I believe that he'll be there again tonight. I believe that he's got a word for you. If you're that one, come out there. Wouldn't you rather have him than anything? Come get him tonight. God bless.